Everybody, and welcome back to my 2022 behind the scenes Christmas light tour. This is the control center for my holiday light show. I have it inside a Milwaukee pack-out box, and the reason I like this was A, you could lock it and secure it to something, but B, it has this gasketed edge around there to keep dust and stuff from getting out. And I took an extra step around the side, that Ethernet ports for the cables running to the controllers, the speakers, and then on this side, this is the power in and then HDMI in case I would ever decide to go with the projection mapping route. Then inside here, I have a mini PC that's running a Light-O-Rama software. And then there's a high-speed RJ45 port and the normal one on the back. Underneath this panel that those USBs run to. And then I have, this is a touchscreen monitor so that the computer can have input. I also have the ability to be able to remote desktop in from my iPad or a different computer to control that. I have the Light-O-Rama input pup here. This is just one of those IR controllers that are on the clicker remote, so that I can add a remote input somewhere down the line if I would choose. And then I have an amplifier for the speakers for the sidewalk. And then this guy is the transmitter, RF transmitter for like the light up bracelets and wands and stuff that get programmed along with the show. And this is the Light-O-Rama IDMX. So this converts the Light-O-Rama signal into the DMX input that the controller runs on. So it stays pretty warm in here like this. I have all of the power cables and stuff run below this. I use shielded Ethernet cable for all of the runs to help cut down on some of that, the interference and whatnot. I haven't had any issues with it. And then I also have in a different box that goes out front the radio transmitter, but that's in its own separate box just to keep it away from all of the interference and stuff that's caused by the electronics. And there's an output for that on the side here. Up top here, I have 3 different buttons that can start each of the different shows that I have. Then I also, in this box, I wanted to kind of separate it from the dust and everything. So I have power in here. I actually have a 4-channel AC controller from Light-O-Rama back there, and I have each of the outputs there. And those just run the wreath in the window. And then I have my Ethernet output and input port there, as well as the output if I want to use wired speakers. So coming around outside, I have my first AC light controller. This is a 16-channel controller from Light-O-Rama. I like to have more controllers, less ports, so that the runs are shorter. That just kind of helps with the extension cord management. And I have 3 chroma presents from Bascoyo there, and those look really pretty at night. This is the first year for those, and I've been really happy with those. Then I have the cover for the extension cords there. That's just to help with shoveling, snowblower, keep the tripping hazards limited. I have a couple of the Bascoyo pixel stakes there. And then I also run those, as you'll see, along the outline of the bed there. Kind of a unique use form, but again, those look really nice. I have 3 10-watt floods shining up at this part here, as well as these 2 wreaths and the roof line. And I have pixels on all of those mixed in with the lights, which provide a really cool effect. All of the bushes are done both in white and color lights. And that smaller box there is where the FM transmitter is housed. And again, that's just to keep it away from all of the interference. I have my second AC light controller there, and then the 250-watt floods that shine up towards the second story, and that's done a really nice job of illuminating the darker red brick this year. Got my Tune 2 sign there, and then as you can kind of see,
I have these 3 floodlights. There's one on either end of the house as well as the one right here in the middle, and those are from Wired Watts. Those do a really nice job of providing a flashing effect for the audience. And then as you can see, I have another wreath there that has the white lights mixed in with the pixels, and that just gives a really nice effect as well. And then I have my third 16 channel AC light controller and the controller for the 10-watt floods from Light-O-Rama. I've wrapped these columns with garland and also have pixels mixed in with that. I have my lantern here with Pixie lights mixed in, or fairy lights, as well as this snowman that has a 10-watt flood behind it to illuminate it, and that's looked really nice as well. Have these bushes, again, they're all done in white and color lights. My last wreath, that is done both in white lights and pixels. And then this is new for this year. This is my nativity scene, and I custom designed this star to be able to fit on there. I have it staked down really strong because we get a lot of wind that comes blowing through this side of the house. This is sustained 55-mile-an-hour winds without any problem, so that's worked out pretty well for me as well. Out in the yard I have 4 snowflake projectors. This is really nice projection on there when there's a song that's discussing snow and whatnot. That's looked really nice. I have these 2 trees with these radiant bursts from Menards, and those have looked really nice this year. And then I have a 50-watt flood that illuminates each one of the trees as well as the 16 channel light controller in each tree that can turn or operate all of the different components. And I use the easy light linkers so that there's less cabling run from each tree. There's a lot of kids that run through this yard, so it just helps make it less of a tripping hazard. And all of the trees are done both in white and color lights as well. I've decorated these trees here, that roof line, and then I have this cross. I've hung it kind of uniquely with using pipe clamps on the brick to keep me from having to drill into the brick or whatnot. And as you can see this pretty well from the road, and it looks really nice at night. And that's one of my favorite props. And then I also decorated this trellis. So that is the outdoor portion of my light tour. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this voiceover informative. It was too windy outside to really be able to hear what I was saying, so I had to record it here. So moving inside, this is the balcony Christmas tree. Underneath this present, I have a 4-channel AC light controller from Light-O-Rama that runs the tree, the star, these 3 presents, and the garland on the balcony railing. That's all controlled using an easy light linker from Light-O-Rama. And then the other thing that I've done is I have 2 candy canes in the windows in the upstairs, and those are also controlled by 4-channel AC light controllers from Light-O-Rama with the easy light linkers. Thanks everybody for watching.